Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at George Lucas defending Attack of the Clones. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Welcome to Star Wars Coffee, the only place you need for the latest Star Wars news and leaks, and of course, giving you my analysis. Star Wars Coffee channel memberships are now live, and for as little as $1.99 a month, you can get exclusive weekly videos from me as we rewatch the entire Star Wars series. I'd like to give a special shout out to the current channel members: B. Sims, Daniel, Richard, Raina, Michelle, Meaner, Neon, Ethan, Dano, and Hassan, as well as Paul. We would be honored if you would join us. Star Wars Attack of the Clones, the 2002 film that was the second installment in the prequel trilogy. Following the assassination attempt of Senator Padme Amidala, Jedi Knights Anakin and Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi investigate a mysterious plot that could change the galaxy forever. That is the description that StarWars.com has listed for Star Wars Attack of the Clones. This is usually the widely critiqued film of the prequel trilogy, even more so than The Phantom Menace, due to the quote-unquote cringeworthy romance dialogue between Anakin and Padme. George Lucas has recently stepped out to defend this, and he says that they simply just don't understand. So we're going to take a look at this piece from IndieWire's Zach Sharf. Attack of the Clones is widely mocked for its cringeworthy romance dialogue between Anakin and Padme. George Lucas does not agree with the critics who have bashed his Star Wars prequel trilogy over the years due to what they claim is pretty corny dialogue. The script for Star Wars Attack of the Clones is often singled out for ridicule due to the cringeworthy romance scenes between Anakin Skywalker, portrayed by Hayden Christensen, and Padme Amidala, portrayed by Natalie Portman. Such Lucas-written lines as, "I am haunted by the kiss that you should never have given me," have been widely mocked, but the director says in the new book, The Star Wars Archives, 1999 to 2005, via NME, that such complaints miss the entire style of the space franchise. Quote, "It is presented very honestly. It isn't tongue-in-cheek at all. And it's played to the hilt," Lucas said of the Attack of the Clones dialogue. But it is consistent, not only with the rest of the movie, but with the overall Star Wars style. Most people don't understand the style of Star Wars. They don't get that there's an underlying motif that is very much like a 1930s Western or a Saturday matinee serial. It's in the more romantic period of making movies and adventure films, and this film is even more of a melodrama than the others. There's a bit more soap opera in this one than there has been in the past, so setting the scenes up and staging them was more complex than it usually is. To more convincingly pull off more soap opera dialogue in Attack of the Clones, George Lucas and his crew would rehearse for individuals weeks of filming at a time, as opposed to one big rehearsal period ahead of the production, which was the norm on the previous Star Wars films. On the previous Saturday, I would spend all day rehearsing with the actors and the cameraman, and we would stage the scene and rehearse it a couple of times. So for the rest of the week, we would have a very clear vision of what we were doing, and didn't have to spend time on the set trying to figure things out. Hayden Christensen received significant critical scorn for Attack of the Clones, but many critics agree the actor did not have the best dialogue to work with at the time. Fortunately, Hayden Christensen is getting another shot at the Star Wars franchise, as he is set to reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader in the Disney Plus Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So George Lucas defending Attack of the Clones here. I went and rewatched Attack of the Clones fairly recently, and I must say that the movie is a lot better than I remember it being. Specifically, now with all of this extra context and all of this extra lore and knowing the final culmination of everything that's going to happen, the dialogue's still not the greatest, and it's still hard for me to watch Anakin go and slaughter the entire camp. But aside from that one scene, I enjoyed the film a lot more than I remember enjoying it, specifically with the visuals. I watched it on the Disney Plus remaster version, which is different than the DVDs that are currently out, and it was a fantastic visual, and the film was so visually pleasing that the dialogue and the overall storyline that you knew was going to happen for such diehard Star Wars fans like myself, and probably most of you who are watching this, was much more probably like George intended. Somebody who's so interwoven into the story and into the characters that the dialogue really is, as George said, played to the hilt, not tongue-in-cheek at all, very honestly. And that is what you see, specifically with Hayden Christensen's lines. Very honest, very to the point, very blunt. And Hayden stylistically chose to give his character this kind of monotone voice for the role that Matt Lanter later changed to give more of a persona to in the Clone Wars, specifically because Hayden said in an interview at one point that he tried to envision and read the line as if you could imagine Darth Vader saying it. And knowing that has forever changed the way I watch the prequel trilogy, specifically Hayden's lines. Knowing that that was his intent and thinking about that thematically through all 6 films is fantastic. So I encourage you all to go rewatch that with what you have heard George say and what I just told you about Hayden's stylistic choices. But let me know what you guys think about George Lucas's comments in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, may God bless you, and the Force be with you, always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.